A very good afternoon to you. This morning's rain making some headway, moving through many locations before the end of the afternoon, turning quite breezy for a time before it becomes a little colder as we approach the end of the week. This is the earlier satellite and radar picture, an awful lot of grey sky. Rain slow to shift from those eastern and southern locations after a soaking wet start to the day, staying very soggy across the southeast with quite brisk winds. We've got a legacy of misty low cloud in places, the thicker cloud giving patchy drizzle and then cheering up quite nicely further north and further west, but the edge taken from the temperatures in those brisk westerly winds. And through the course of this evening, drying up for a time before we see more wet weather rolling in from the west, and with colder air, a wintry mix of sleet and snow across the highest ground of Scotland and northern England, staying a little milder across the south. Further north, so much colder, with the chance of frost and ice as we end the night. A very good evening to you. Further outbreaks of rain tonight, and as colder air sinks in from the north, turning wintry across higher routes in some locations. Clearer skies giving way from the south and the east as rain works its way in from the west as the night progresses. Some of this rain heavy and persistent. And as the cold air sinks in, a wintry mix of sleet and snow across the highest ground of Scotland and northern England. And here, as temperatures fall, a chance of ice and frost in sheltered glens of Scotland. Further south, not quite as cold, but for many of us, a chilly start to the new day. Wet and wintry for some, particularly across Scotland and northern England. Misty low cloud in places. And for many, another day with pouring rain, particularly further south. A soaking wet scene with brisk winds to accompany the rainfall, and elsewhere better and brighter. Some sparkling sunshine, but lumpy downpours, giving sleet and snow across the highest ground of Scotland, northern England and Northern Ireland, and temperatures so much lower than we've seen of late. For many of us, a much chillier day.